Over 100,000 chemicals are registered in the EU, of which 70,000 are used daily, most of them ending up in the ocean. Contaminants of emerging concern comprise a vast array of substances that are not necessarily new, but have recently been detected at concentrations significantly higher than expected, potentially posing adverse effects on the marine environment and human health. Besides, they are still not well characterized and are not currently regulated. There is an urgent need to assess the concentration and impact of these in the ocean, along with climate change and the loss of biodiversity, collectively known as the triple planetary crisis. OneBlue, coordinated by CECs, brings 18 institutions together. Research groups from 11 European countries, involving more than 100 researchers from different fields. 9 sampling campaigns will be carried out aboard 5 research vessels to study the Arctic and Atlantic Oceans and the Mediterranean Sea. Samples of seawater at different depths, soil and biota will be collected, along with measurements of psychochemical parameters. Additionally, samples from a biobank of marine species from incidental entanglements will also be investigated. More than 800 samples will be studied using advanced chemical analysis, state-of-the-art ecotoxicological bioassays, effect-directed analysis, and metagenomics to establish the levels and effects of emerging contaminants. A CECsMarineDB will host new data generated in OneBlue and collect previous data developed under the FAIR principles. OneBlue will develop new methodologies based on marine species, which, combined with chemical analysis, will be used to establish tire effect-based monitoring approaches for ocean research. OneBlue will also provide new technologies, such as an ultrasonic actuator for microplastic and nanoplastic online sampling and sample enrichment, a remote autonomous sensor based on enrichment by covalent organic frameworks, and surface-enhanced Raman scattering for online assessment of antibiotic residues. One of the project's step forward is to study the combined effects of emerging contamination and climate change. These studies will be carried out in marine meso and microcosms under controlled conditions. The effects of mixtures of contaminants will be studied under different conditions of temperature, salinity, and acidification to assess the impacts of emerging contamination in conditions modeling the future effects of climate change. The results of OneBlue will provide improved and consistent knowledge, available data, new technologies for the study of emerging contamination in the ocean, new approaches for sampling and remote sensing, a decision support system for assessing and forecasting the combined effects of climate change and contamination, the main drivers of what is known as the triple planetary crisis, and the necessary impact on researchers and the scientific community, policymakers, coastal authorities, regulators, marine conventions, and society in general to protect the ocean. Finally, OneBlue will provide increased knowledge about levels and effects of contaminants of emerging concern, new technologies, advanced models, and safety guidelines and recommendations to move toward achieving clean, unpolluted oceans and seas.